One of the keys to growing your business successfully is to recognize that the systems used in the early years of the business will be outdated as the business grows. And that's why Travis Lefevre, one of the owners of Buildings by Design, decided to bring in our team of business consultants to build a better foundation for their growing business.
My name is Travis Lefevre. I own Buildings by Design. We're a general contractor. We specialize in government facilities, design, build, and manufacturing facilities. We currently have 9 employees. The timing for the consult was perfect for us. We're a smaller general contractor and we were growing rapidly with no idea how to put controls into place. And what they did for us was just show us, how to manage what we had, how to manage our personnel, how to manage our costs, and going forward from here, it was an invaluable learning experience for us.
Prior to George coming in and assisting us at Buildings by Design, we basically worked on an independent level for Travis and I as partners. Each one of us would bid an independent project individually. Once we sold the project, we would take that into project management on a completely separate system, really. He had his own bid forms, I had my own. That transitioned into project managers on different levels, into the office on different levels. And what George did was came in and brought a true project management system to Buildings by Design. He allowed us to integrate into single formats, single forms, defined scopes specifically for Travis and I, for our project managers, our superintendents, into the office management. And really the benefit of that, it brought everything under one direction. We now have single formatting, single forms from the sale to the project management down to our office manager. And what it really allows us to do, anybody can walk in, grab a project folder on anything we're doing, open it up, and they can tell you where that project is that day, where it needs to go that week, when the project should finish, how it's tracking, not only schedule-wise but monetarily. And it's defined where Buildings by Design is at today and where we're going in the future.
One of the problems that we were having was controlling our construction costs and materials costs. One of the things that George helped implement was a purchase order system that held our superintendents accountable for what they purchased. In the end, it helps save thousands of dollars per construction project and helps us get more projects and make more money on our bottom line.
Travis and I already had a system in place that we used for funding and financing in Buildings by Design. But as we've continued to grow over the last few years, we've realized that we were outgrowing the system. George came in, put a financial tracking system in place that has not only allowed us to track projects on a day-to-day basis within each scope of that project, but it allows us to track that project long-term, which in turn allows us to track the financing of Buildings by Design, our long-term bidding needs, how we approach bids, inventory, purchases, and all the inner workings of Buildings by Design going forward. It's also unified the company within our project managers, our office managers, and everybody that works within that system to where now we have one defined objective. Everybody's working off the same forms, the same formats, which going forward will continue to allow Buildings by Design to grow. And we're just excited about the future and the stuff that George has brought to us.
Here we are at a recent project that we completed. It's a bank. 2 key elements for me for having George come into our company was number 1, targeting future clients and just learning how to bid to them and cater to them, and where our cost and profitability should be. He came up with processes and systems that just help us out bidding projects and being awarded projects in the future. The second thing for me was our time management. Before, I was bidding the projects, running the project, and I was out of town a lot. And now with our defined roles, we're just I develop it, I develop the clients, I develop the relationships, and then I'm able to pass off what I've done onto our other side of our company at this point.
And as Travis said, George brought an entire system into Buildings by Design, starting with Travis now's defined role of business development, which then in turn gets passed off over to operations, where we take it as a project, put it into the working phase of the project, into the office manager's lap who handles finances, and then into closeout. And what exactly that's done is put everything into that unified system, which in turn has given Travis and I personally much more time. On a professional level, Travis and I now have had time to establish a BBD Land Investments, which has allowed us to just diversify our professional portfolios. And on a personal note, Travis now has more time where he's involved as a high school football coach. It's allowed me time to participate as a youth football coach. And overall, we just are allowed more time to enjoy the things we like doing personally.